I cannot speak. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Campaign 17, Week 8, Day 3 of Gems of War. So today, what are we going to be messing with? Well, we do have the pet for the little dwarf, if you haven't already gotten him maxed out, or just need more copies of him, or anything similar. He is around for all of today, still around, what is that now, 6 more hours or so? So make sure to go get him, or if you just want to get him for some pet food, we will just let him sit there and do nothing, as we already have a max. Main goal of today, other than probably just poke Legends Report and, you know, standard dailies a little bit more, all that good stuff, but our main focus is going to be on Underspire. We've been saving up all of our Underspire for the week, and we have, what is this, 51 torches to go use, and we will use every last one of them during the stream. Obviously, we still have to keep going beyond that. It's actually impossible to even reach the end with 51, even with perfect pathing. But we'll get a good chunk of that and go from there. So that's probably going to be the main focus. Of course, we are very restricted to the KZL team this week. Not only are we restricted for the world event to this team, but I might as well copy-paste it over because we're actually going to need the exact same team for doing Underspire. With the added negative of we do not get any spell damage, unlike in the other event. So we can literally just copy-paste exact team as we just did and just run it for this mode. We're not going to go through all the battles right now. We'll go and clear out everything first, but yeah, just copy-paste literally your team for the week, and pretty much be good to go. Kill them out. Early on, this is obviously going to be super easy, but we'll get very unfortunate at the later end. I wouldn't say it's going to get hard, but we do lack good damage outputs for the most part. Actually, I need to remember that I kept the free lantern here. I'm actually not going to take it yet. We currently have 0, so just make sure I can't accidentally use one. I'm just going to keep it at 0 for now. And we did accidentally waste one last week. So let's make sure we don't take that now to not accidentally waste one again. We didn't do it on a room. We actually did it on the final fight because I forgot we didn't have resummon on our team. Anyways, where should we start? Let's actually start with the same team but other mode. Let's go do Daemons in the Deep for the world event. Of course, once you do 31 fights, you're literally just clicking at one spot every single time, whichever one is not Nabasu. Normally do the one towards the bottom because it's closer to the next fight button. And it's telling me I need to go set my medals. Perfect, sure. Should be our setup because we don't need 20% mana start. We're good to go. Anyways, hello everyone. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful week so far. Hello Bill. Hello Sonny. Hello Mark. Hello Nightmare. Hello Supernova. Hello Bill. Hello Tyrion. Hello Cookie. Hello Miss Insane Witch. Hello everyone else. Welcome. And of course, this Friday we're going to be getting a new mythic. I'm still really looking forward to it. It's actually looking like a pretty interesting one. I don't think it's going to be like the meta of metas, but it definitely, it's going to have its purpose. Probably going to get 3 of them just to see what it's going to do. I don't think it's worth getting more than 2, but we have the resources that we easily could, so I might as well. We never end up utilizing them. Also, speaking of things we never really utilize, one thing that used to get used a lot more back in the past, I don't feel like it's used much. Apothecary does have Cleanse All on cast. There's just so many other better ways to cleanse these days that's just not really used for such. She used to be really popular back in the day, but these days actually doesn't see much usage, surprisingly. Despite at one point, exactly as she was, being one of the stronger troops in the game at one point. Like almost used as much as Leprechaun when Leprechaun first came out, like around that time. Like you would actually like contemplate, do you put her on your team or Leprechaun? But nowadays, she has fallen way behind, mostly because of the plethora of better cleansers out there. Most notably Beatrix, but also just, generally speaking, everything else. Wand in particular for hero. There's just so many other ways to do it now that she's just not needed for it. And obviously every single team doesn't need Brown like she does. Is anyone else getting verse offers after Vault Weekend? And have another one this weekend? Wait, was there? I'm not sure I've seen them. I also haven't really been paying attention to the offer thingies. I just kind of like click through them, ignoring their existence. I'm gonna try for Sky Skull. No, we didn't get it, but luckily we got the replacement. Wait, why did I even do that? I forgot. We already had Enrage. That was already enough damage. March 22nd Vault again? Yes. Next Vault event is on March 22nd. That is correct. That does sound correct. We checked it earlier, but that does sound like the correct date. Because they're pretty consistently once every 4 weeks now. And will be for pretty much the rest of the time, as it seems to be in the current state of the game, which is really nice. Because before they were really sporadic. Sometimes it'd be 6 weeks, or 8 weeks, or 10 weeks, or sometimes shorter. But now they're pretty consistently every 4, with a very few exceptions these days. Which is much better than the previous system they had them on, which was they just do it whenever. alignment? No. So let's take whatever. We'll get our mana. Stats are starting to get slightly annoyingly high, but we still have that extra spell damage to carry through. Unlike Underspire this week, when we start to reach stats this high, it's going to get really, really bad for us. I'm actually going to do a 2-turn convert here, so we'll do this. No! He ruined it, but then also didn't ruin it. So we'll do that. And then do this. Kill them all out. Now we just have to deal with the one, which will likely be a skull into a poke, unless he takes every skull, in which case I can't. And that should be enough. I keep forgetting, we don't have extra skull damage, unfortunately, in this mode. We only got spell damage this week. So we can't really do like an enrage build or anything else. We actually have to cast a kill, which means we don't have that much for damage. We have Doom's Sludge. We have running multiple High Forge, if you have him. We'll definitely try to get him this week. And if he's the only thing you have, just use multiple of him. But, yeah, we don't really have that many. They're like the main two that we have, unless you want to run one of the Mythics. But the Mythics are pretty clunky. A lot of them are more so tanky rather than, like, damage output. I said hello, Danny Shark. Hello, Isabel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Florian. Hey, Valraven, we need that. Thank you. Give us that little extra battle. Clear him out. Oh, Hourglass. No, I need you. Wait. You know what? I should have tried taking it with Hammer. Would have been a little bit better. But we didn't really have a way to do so, so that's fine. We'll convert away all that. Oh, we have most of our mana, but I want more Hammer. It's Hammer time. Alright, Skull. No Skull, so I'm just gonna poke him. Oh, wait, do I have Cascade, though? I do not, so I'm just gonna poke him. I do have alignment, though, so probably should just went for it. Take that, take that. Should be good enough. Boom, dead. Gotta get as many Doom Clubs as we can. There's quite a bit more damage than High Forge. This thing is hitting directly for over 100, plus hitting the 2 adjacents for 75% of that. And this is hitting 2 units for like 70-ish. It's like 140 total. Whereas this is a lot closer with our damage output to, not counting the extra damage. But this thing's damage output's closer to, what, 250. So that's not too bad. That's actually almost double damage. Not quite. But we're almost doing twice as much damage with Doomed Club, as far as how much it's splitting in its totality, compared to casting High Forge. This is why we want to be prioritizing it wherever we can. Final one we'll need here. Unless it's Valraven. I highly doubt it, though. Yep, no Valraven. And then we'll have to run the team back in Underspire. Where, at least luckily, on the earlier fights, it should go pretty quick. It's only when the stats get this high that it'll start getting annoying. We don't have to worry about that till this weekend. I actually want to try finishing potentially all of Bounty Hunter on Friday. Or at least a good majority of it. Because we're actually going to need to spend a chunk of time on Saturday, Sunday doing Underspire. It's going to start pretty easy, but then get annoyingly hard at the end. Not in a losing sense, but in the time duration of battle sense. Let's hello, Lester! Welcome, welcome. Alright, there we go. And we can claim the next reward. Is that enough for a badge upgrade? No, it is not. Actually, I should have claimed that beforehand if it would have been. But, oh well. And unlike last week, it is way easier to get all rewards for Stage 16. Unlike journey events that are still absurdly hard. Hopefully they'll be tweaking that by next journey. But rumor is they're not switching it until 2 journeys from now. Not next journey, but the journey after next journey. But I really hope they reconsider and just rework it for next journey because it really needs it. Oh, wait, do I have to go to Adventure Board today? Complete all battles on a single Adventure Board. Yep, that's why I check. Alright, we'll do them all. First one's not really that worth it, but if we have to do them all, we'll do them all. The other two we're already going to go for, so it's not that big a deal. Where on earth is Stellarix? I need to go give Stellarix a color. Oh, wait, that's funny. If I call it Stellarix, or if we do give it a color, that means we can actually make it a color. What color do you think Stellarix is? Wait, we need a vote. What color is Stellarix team? If I was to call this team Stella, and then put a hex code for the color, what color should Stella be? Because we just called it Team Stella instead of Stellarix and makes it a hex code color of any kind in the game. Also, thank you, Chad, for the continued support. Greatly appreciated. Can you do your guild event battles too? No. Come on, Tyrion, do your battles. We need the contribution. It's not even that hard of a category this week, though. Like, just open some event keys, run like 3 or 4 high forges, and you're good to go. Like an apothecary. Even if you don't have Doom Sludge or anything else. Or Club, whatever it's called. Or it's Doom Sledge, I think it was called. You did them on one account. Yeah, that's why I in the past, stopped playing 2 accounts. It just gets annoying keeping track of everything with both. Like, it's fun at first, but then it gets, like, way too annoying. Compared to just focusing on the one. It's a time issue, not a difficulty issue. Gotta get multitasking. You've been working overtime? Oh gosh. Is all the cleaving in Power World that made you feel better? Yeah, Isabel's on a slaughtering spree. As many kills, as many trees as we killed in Animal Crossing is how many pals she has probably slaughtered by now. But I still haven't checked out the game since they did that little mini update. It didn't really add content though. They just added new bugs while removing some old bugs. So like every game patch ever. They removed like 10 bugs to add 20 new bugs. The problem is one of the new bugs that they added seem to have affected breeding. And one of the main things I still need to get done in that game is breeding, so I can't even really play the game right now for what I want to go do. As they kind of bugged it in current version. We'll probably be fixed the next couple days though. I still haven't played it since we last streamed it, by the way. I haven't actually streamed or played Power World in like 10 days now. We basically finished the game in 10 days, and now we haven't played it in 10 days. We'll be revisiting it here and there, though, as it goes through development. And still a few completionist stuff we still need to get done with it. I forgot to go change my medals. Luckily, 2 out of 3 were already correct. Adventure board completed. That means all tasks here should be completed other than skulls. We'll get that done at some point here. Campaign's been done since Monday. Pet rescue I don't need. But if you do need it, it's dwarf bonus. This event we literally just did, and the only other one is the Legends Reborn button that doesn't currently work, though I guess we'll go and click to it manually. So everything here we already have, other than the money pet. Still contemplating if I'm getting the $5 one. I'll figure this out on Friday and or Saturday. I'll definitely make mention of it then. I'm still leaning towards not getting it, but I'm not sure. If it's like super, like if it's a lot better than I think it's going to be, then we might get it. But if it's going to be how I think it's going to be, I'm probably not. Because while it's going to be good, it's not going to be, like, absurdly good. And getting that 1 tier is only going to be 2 to all stats. Which, you know, that's not a lot. It's not a small amount, but it's also not a lot. Eventually it'd be plus 5 to all, but at that point I might as well just wait for it to rotate around for free. Not really in a rush to get all pets again. Just buy it. Oh no, I'll figure it out on Friday. If the mythic is like absurdly good, we might. Yeah, you could just buy 1 copy and just orb it all the way if you wanted to. It feels like a waste orbing stat pets though, because they always come in for free later down the line. Like, I still feel like I should only ever do it on cosmetic pets, as weird as that may seem. Just because cosmetic pets are way harder to max compared to the ones that are always in drop table. It's just the drop table is starting to get so concentrated that it's becoming hard to actually get anything on drop table. Like, if there's one specific thing you need, you can literally go an entire year without seeing it. Maybe not across your entire guild, but potentially even across your entire guild. Like, it can take that long before it rotates. It's something I really hope they'll tweak at some point soon. The easiest solution is one of 2. Make it so one of every colored pet, or you know, one of each color, there's a pet available in the Soul Forge every single week. Or just make it so all pets from a kingdom are available in Soul Forge on a given week of the kingdom. So for example, it's a Kazale week right now, so they could make it so all Kazale pets are currently available in Soul Forge for the week. One or the other. But I definitely have to do one of them because it is so hard to finish completing them. There are the other one that I've been always wanting. Is make it so whoever triggers a pet rescue will guarantee get a pet rescue for a pet that they don't already have max. That way it would both give incentive to actually go and be the one who triggers the pet, because right now there's basically no incentive. You actually get less loot if you're the one who triggers the pet right now. But also, if, you know, one specific person needs it in your guild, there's a good chance almost everyone in the guild would also need it, so it works both ways. You're planning on spending $50 for the books. Oh no, it just seems too pricey for me. Like, it's half of a kingdom upgrade, but if you do that for every kingdom in the game, we're talking like, what is that math? We're talking like almost $4,000 to max every kingdom, which is absurdly pricey. But if you were effectively to do that all for every kingdom, it's like 4,000 something dollars total. Actually, no, actually a little bit less than that. It'd be like 3,000 something, but that's still absurdly high. So that doesn't put into account any of the free ones that you get through other means. So maybe closer to $2,000 or $3,000. It's still a lot of money though. And of course, that's also over the course of a very long duration. We're talking years that you could even, like the duration to even buy that many. Probably even longer than that. Because how often do we get Legends Reborn events? Unless they're bringing it a lot more commonly. We get Legends Reborn events like maybe 4 times a year. Yeah, it would come out to a little over $3,000, which is so absurdly pricey. But it's not really worth it for just a few stats. Technically get a few other things too, but it's mostly for the stat points. I guess technically you would have slightly higher tribute, but when I say slightly, I mean slightly higher. Very slightly. Actually, wait, never mind. Oh, no, that would still affect your tribute. Because even though the level tiers themselves don't give you anything tribute related, getting those levels so that you can get higher star levels does contribute to tribute. Even though you don't directly get extra tribute as a reward from upgrading the kingdom. But having your kingdom upgraded is required for the very deep star levels. Also, I still feel like they're going to extend star levels at some point in the next year or two. We're getting a lot of kingdoms starting to reach 30 star. As well as a few kingdoms, most notably Sword's Edge, that's actually above 30 star in a sense. Like, if this star system kept going, Sword's Edge is like 32 or 33 star right now. Though, of course, it caps at 30 star at the moment. But they'll probably extend it to 35 or 40. Probably 40 if they're going to bother with it. I highly doubt they would go all the way to 50, though. I don't even think there's enough unique content in the game for them to add enough requirements to do that. But they definitely could for 40. And then in like 5 years, they'll extend it to 50. Though if they ever do extend it, I'm going to miss seeing those nice blue stars. Because they're probably going to replace it with like those red stars and then like some other color afterwards. Maybe they'll go bronze, silver, gold, elite levels. Actually, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they end up ultimately doing for the rest of the levels. The next tier is going to be red, because the Doom rarity level thing. Then the rarity after that is going to be bronze starred, then silver star, then gold star. Because I would get them exactly to level 50 kingdoms then. And I highly doubt in the history of this game they'll ever exceed 50. Yeah, there's still quite a few kingdoms that don't have a kingdom. There were talk that they were going to maybe add them to some of the kingdoms, but then never did. Like Apocalypse was originally going to be added to Sinner Mirage, but then they never did it. There's also talkings of them adding a Vault Kingdom. that would have had different functionality compared to any other kingdom. That would house all the vault troops. Because the category already exists. But no such thing was ever made. There's even a kingdom bonus pet for vault. But of course, no actual kingdom. Same as Primal and Apocalypse. So welcome back, Chad. Ooh, you just had dinner? Nice. I didn't eat much today. Definitely gonna grab a bite after stream, though. I need to go food shopping again is the problem. Alright, what do we need here? I need mana. Doesn't matter what mana, just any mana. Because it takes everything. Egg salad sandwich with ham and cheddar. Interesting. I have never put meat on egg salad. I put lettuce and a few other things on it before. But never specifically a meat. Or cheese. Actually, now that I think about it. I've definitely become a lot more of a potato salad and an egg salad kind of person lately, though. Like, back when I had chickens, we had egg salad a lot more often. Because, obviously, because we have, like, an endless supply of eggs. But, these days, I'm definitely a lot more into potato salad. Oh, yeah, this was the vault thingy someone was just talking about earlier to stream. Yeah, I haven't actually seen this offer pop up, but yeah, there it is. This is never worth it, by the way. Don't buy it. Like, Paloozas are good, but not that good. Not $50 worth of good. But, yeah, it's really expensive for what it is. You'd be better off go buying the deed offer that we have this week off of, Legends Reborn. It's actually better value. It's probably less exciting, but you're getting more loot for it. But, yeah, that is way overpriced. Honestly, they both kind of are. But anyways, we cleared out that. We cleared out that. Oh, yeah, I meant to do this last night. Remember when we got level 1905 and I was talking about those gems? I never claimed the gems. There we go, 250 gems for that level up there. Not bad. We only get one more gem infusion this entire time, though, unfortunately. At level 1955. But then again, I guess we technically get at 2005 as our first reward on the next tier thingy. How much is this hero pass? I don't remember. Isn't it like 10 bucks or something? Hopefully it's not 20 or something. Like, we only have to do it once every several years, so I honestly don't mind it, just for a little bit more excitement when we gain levels. I don't remember if it was like 10 or 20 bucks or whatever it was. But with how slowly we level, we'll need to buy it one more time, probably for the rest of the history of this game. Because it's easily going to take us like another 5-6 years to go get level 2500 in the current state of the game. So don't need to worry about that anytime soon. Anyways, let's go clear a dungeon. Anything good? No, Jinx. We got Jinx. Also, what took that thing so long to load? I don't think I've ever seen it take that long. We're lagging today. You'd put egg salad in the trash? Oh, egg salad's great. Like, I'm not as big a fan of egg salad these days, but egg salad's still pretty good. It's just out of all the things you could do with eggs, it's honestly one of the last things I would do with them these days. Like, if I'm going to do something with eggs, first thing I think of is just, oh, scrambled eggs with cheese, ham, broccoli, whatever else you want to put in there. Like it's just a catch-all for everything. Second thing I would think of is like, oh, if I'm bringing it to like an event or something, like deviled eggs. But beyond that, that's honestly like the main and only two things I really use eggs for. Deviled eggs and mostly just omelets. Omelets are just so easy. Or not even omelets normally, just scrambled eggs. These doesn't even matter if it breaks apart. Also a lot easier to mix whatever you want to put into it compared to an omelet. I feel like one issue with putting stuff into an omelet is that you get really big concentrations of stuff if you don't dice it up properly. Whereas if you just do scrambled eggs and just, you know, apply it in, it's a lot easier to evenly distribute whatever you're putting in compared to in an omelet. Because when you do an omelet, they're kind of like stuck in there if you didn't get the distribution just right. Whereas, you know, if you make scrambled eggs, you just move it around, and if the you can just adjust it if it's not, like, literally as you're eating it, rather than while you're cooking it. Because the problem with the omelet is once you're done cooking it, like, you know, the omelet's kind of like in place. Whereas scrambled eggs, like, let's say you have a big clump, you know, you just literally mix it in as you're eating. This is a lot easier. But anyways, let's see. What are we doing here? We did that, we did that, we did that. Are we done with all dailies? I have done Underspire already? Wow, that was quick. Though in all fairness, all we had was a pet rescue we didn't even do, so I guess that makes sense. Because we were only not even half an hour in. It's like, oh yeah, we're done with everything. But yeah, that makes sense. Because there wasn't really any events today. Because we skipped the pet rescue, which was like the main thing happening. So let's go hand out a redeem code, and let's go do Underspire. We'll hand out 2 codes today. One we'll go hand out right now, and the other one we'll hand out in a little bit. Yeah, let's go do some Underspire, and then probably do a little bit of PvP. I think I even put it in the title. Because I do want to work towards 6,700, or sorry, 5,700. I might even try getting the rest of the stream, we'll see. But I definitely want to work towards it, if not all the way, so that we can claim the 1-hour booster probably tomorrow. You end up using it up. But yeah, get closer to it, and or just get the whole thing tonight. Either or. But regardless, we'll use the whole hour booster tomorrow then. But anyways, let's go do... actually, that's kind of funny too, because I actually think I have enough EXP boosters by then. Because I'll have 3 boosters, and then tomorrow's booster, which we'll get from here. Because this one will go to tomorrow, and then tomorrow's we could just use on the day of. So we'll have 4 boosters to go use on our hour of boost as well. Which, of course, is a full hour of all 4 of them. Or all 3 of them, I mean. Only all 4 if you do Palooza. But obviously no point doing a Palooza right now. Anyways, I'm really sidetracking to one thing to the next. Alright, let's go do some Underspire, and let's go hand out a code. We did say we'd hand out a code at that point. We'll have another one in a little bit. Probably when we go finish out Underspire, though maybe a little earlier. And then tackle PvP the rest of the time. But there you guys go. Enjoy. Definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Code gives 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 4,750 gold. All the gold that we didn't get last month. And we're starting to run low on the super high gold codes. I think I only have about a dozen left. We'll be handing out 2 pretty much the rest of the time, or, you know, the rest of the week until we get more codes. We should be getting more codes very, very soon. As next month is pretty much already here. It's a leap year, so if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow's actually the 29th. Something that doesn't happen too often. But then this Friday is I almost said February 1st, March 1st. Oh yeah, that reminds me. How did I still forget to do that? I still need to go renew my card, my bank card. These actually expires next month. And if you let it roll over, you sometimes have to like change your number and everything. But if you let it go through the thing, you generally don't have to. And I have so many things that go through that card right now. Even though I don't actually physically use my bank card, like, you know, to buy stuff or anything. The amount of things I have getting sent to that account is actually really high. I have like 5, 6 different sources all like sourced to it. Either with automatic payments or like YouTube thing going into it or other similar things. So I really need that number to not change. Because if it was to, I have to go and adjust like 6 different things, if not more. As well as remember everything that's even attached to the card. Alright, 13 and 17. Well, we know which way we're going. And as Isabel mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot. It's greatly appreciated. Yep, no problem, everyone. I will take that over and try for a brown from Sky. We didn't get it. Grab that. Got our sledge in there. And ideally, you would get full mana, so we could just win. But sure, we'll go take all of our mana. There's no one thing I'd even think about either. It's not even that we don't have spell damage, but we don't have enchant either. Enchant's actually a big one to be missing here, because we're depending a lot of times on Highforge getting his mana off of enchant when we're doing the world event currently. And I didn't even think about that till just now. But yeah, we're actually depending on that quite a bit. As there will be a lot of situations where we will cast this and then be mana blocking this. Especially if we cast this and then already block it on red and don't get enough brown. There will be a lot of situations like that. Which obviously enchant just completely bypasses. Or we actually have to deal with in this mode, unfortunately. I almost feel like putting this in last slot just so it works a little bit better. Because I don't want to be blocking him on red. Now we have a double path. Realistically, we're going to have to scout out every single room here anyways. But yeah, let me go change the team. I'm gonna go change where King Highforge is. And this is mostly just out of the circumstance that we just get a really, really bad amount of mana accumulation, as he can't depend on enchant to get his first spell like you can in the other mode. So we're just gonna move him up by 1. This makes it so he's not blocked by red on Gimlet after we do his ability. Alright, so we have left and up. Well, we'll go left. Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we'll go left. Not really sure. In all fairness, we're probably gonna have the full scout floor 1 and 2 anyways most weeks. So these actually don't really matter as much if we get perfect pathing, as the first thing we do when we get excess sigils will be to go and take all the rooms there. The deeper we get, the more accurate we want our rooms to be, ideally. Whereas the first few, it's actually perfectly fine if we full scout them, as they're the main targets you'd want to go for anyways, as it's a lot quicker to kill them than the later fights. And to my understanding, the rarity distribution is pretty even across like all the floors. This doesn't really matter too much if we try doing it in the earlier floors compared to the later ones. Oh, I should have done it on red. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. As long as we get our mana, doesn't really matter. A double? That's a double dead end, isn't it? 1, 2. Well, we're already this deep. We're here for double dead ends. Also, please, can we get another legend? We haven't gotten our 3rd yet. We are actually on our longest strike streak yet for getting one of those legend thingies. I almost refuse to believe they even exist anymore. And of course, he drains the exact thing I need him not to drain. Wonderful. But yeah, we haven't seen one in like 2.5 months. That's so bad. Especially given that we need, like, likely, like, 10 more before we get them all. Because they can repeat. They don't always give you a unique one. Oh, double dead end room. Please give it to us. Maybe today's the day. Or the week. Yeah, we're about 2.5 months dry after almost full scouting every Underspire. Well, maybe not full scouting, but you know what I mean. Like, we fully complete each one. And then use a little bit of extra scouting. We don't check, like, literally every dead end room, but a good majority of them. Like 80-90% of the total on any given week we check. Alright, come on. Nope, Tudisha though, that's not bad. Out of all the incorrect drops we can get, that's one of the better ones. I said hello, Defiant, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Can we get anything here? No, that's one of the worst ones you can get. Let's take the other path, I guess. We're already scouted like 1 floor in. Might as well keep going. Sunk cost fallacy. We're already 1 in. Let's go all the way. But no, here it actually makes sense too, because this actually can be the path. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, we didn't get red from Sky, unfortunate. Not gonna matter though, we have all the mana we need. A random skull for the kill though. Ooh, this path is looking promising. I like how it's bending. And it can't be merchant because we're in zone 1. Oops, why did I think that was aligned? That's not the right move. Oh, so she just went for the convert. Catch you later, Sonny. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, good. We did stun the guy with 100% revive before he did his stun. You gotta remember to do that whenever you can. Oh, he just drained me as I was about to click the button. Oh, wait. Also, no! That's not what you're supposed to do. You should never convert with your converter on the color you already have a converter for. He's converted green with Apothecary instead of the guy that actually converts green to brown. Hey, there it is. Yeah, this was pretty obvious this one was going to be the boss room. Because it was impossible for it to be merchant. Because floor 1 has merchant on primary path. So you can never get a dead-end merchant in zone 1. There we go, nice. Oh, let's go step through the door. Oh, we are going to need to come back and to go scout out the rest of floor 1, but we'll do that later. That will be Sunday's issue. For now, let's keep going. At least we'll have some really easy fights to go do on Sunday. Which will help balance out the absurdly annoying ones we're going to have to do. If we're not already done with the event by then. As soon as we run out of sigils, we'll go hand out the second code and then probably mess with PvP the rest of the time. Not sure if we're going all the way for the 5.7k grind, but regardless, I'll get it done before next stream if I don't do it all on stream right now. I'll definitely do some of it now, though. Already going to be here. Probably not going to do the full grind right now. But similar to last Thursday, we will have it done before stream starts, though. Not like it takes that long. As far as getting like 2,000 more points, that should in theory take like 15 minutes. It doesn't take that long at all with the Stellarix. Especially now that we have purple access this week, I think you could almost hit 10,000. Like, I'm pretty sure you could push for 10,000 per hour with purple access while having Stellarix. You have to be really focused, though, which generally if I'm doing that, especially off-stream, I'm not going to be as focused. So it's definitely not going to be 10,000 an hour. But it is possible to hit 10,000 an hour on purple with Stellarix in PvP. Even more so if you're lower level. Like, I can do it at level 1,900, whatever we are, 905. At lower level, it's even easier to hit that. At higher level, it would be harder, though, of course. In last night's stream, you were talking about the Fall Guys and the impossible tasks to get the pink dragon. If the player base isn't filled with pro players, maybe it isn't impossible anymore. Well, I'm not sure if they do any events to go get it anymore. I'm not sure the last time they've even ran an event for it. Because I know within 2 years, they ran like maybe 5 events total that you could get the skin. So I'm not sure if they're still running any events these days. But if we ever do return to Fall Guys, those are like the 2 like last things I would want to achieve. Get Golden Dragon outfit and get the Blue Pink Dragon. Golden Dragon being the second hardest outfit to get in the game, unless they've made an even harder one since then. And the pink blue one being even harder than that, surprisingly. Due to weird challenges that they've done in the past. Many of which were pretty luck-based as well. Like 10-hour grinds, not even getting it. And they're all time-limited too, so if you didn't do it within that time, you already didn't get it. Alright, what do we need? We have right path and we have left path. I'm gonna take the right way, I think. Go right for now. Though I do much prefer games having skins that are based on, like, accomplishments within a game. It's always annoying when a game's, like, every best skin is just simply, like, you know, just buy it from shop. It's actually nice to have really good achievement-based skins in a game. Which I feel like Fall Guys actually did balance pretty nicely. Oh, wait. Brain malfunction there for a second. I thought I missed that hard. It wasn't even a misclick, I just thought that was a line there, and it apparently very much was not. I've not done that in a very long time, guys. Throw convert that does literally nothing. Unless you're deliberately trying to, because there's nothing on the board. Mistakes have been made. I do kind of miss the days when converting troops were like the meta, though. And by converting troops, I don't mean like double and power convert. I'm referring to things like Apothecary. There was a point when things like Apothecary and Valkyrie for the longest time. Valkyrie was like the OG. Actually, technically it was Alchemist, but then Valkyrie were like the OG convert metas back in the day. Because when the game first came out, battles actually required gold to play. And it was possible to get gold locked out of battles unless you used an Alchemist on your team, which would give you gold so that you would never get gold locked out. Then the other issue became there wasn't really a proper way to soul farm. And Valkyrie became the first, and for the longest time, only way for like a year and a half of getting souls in the game. It also led to a very broken meta at one point, back when gem spawning worked a little bit differently. They ended up using Valkyrie with Justice when Justice first came out. I wouldn't say it was the strongest team that ever existed in the game, but it was pretty high up there. And it was pretty required to run, too, just because you needed souls, and it was one of the only few ways to mass gain souls. And that was back when pretty much everyone still needed souls for the most part, not just newer players. You know what, I'll take this down path. And that was also back before there was like 1.5 billion passive ways of just getting souls. Like these days, you don't ever even need a soul farm to get infinite souls pretty easily. Like you never need to run a dedicated soul farming team to get souls anymore. Farish Raw is nearly useless because of that. Because back in the day, when Mythics first came out, Farish Raw I think was within the first like 20-ish Mythics. And it was really desirable to have because soul farming was actually still kind of needed at the time. And he has 150% extra soul bonus. We have a convert over there. We'll go throw the hammer on you. Get that rolling. Go convert over there. Double poke on you. How far off are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 more. The way it's curving seems okay. I don't think I can move it. Yeah, I can't move it on either side. Oh wait, I do have convert right there though. Nice, nice. We can make that work. A Doom Sludge no longer killing is not ideal. We can already start to see the slowness slowly creep in. Hasn't gotten slow yet, but we can start to see the, see it slightly get slower. Ooh, it bending to the right. Does that make it less or more likely that this is the boss room? I'm actually not sure. I want to say less likely? Compared to if it went straight up. But the answer could be more likely. I'm actually not sure. About to find out. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure to always stun him if we can. That is 100% revive. But of course it's 0% if he's stunned. Okay, apparently the answer is more likely. There we go. We were gonna go for it anyways, regardless, though. We were already so deep in. Honestly, we're getting some pretty good floors. Unfortunately, we don't want to be getting our luck at the earlier end. We want to be getting at the later end. But luck is luck. I just realized I can't actually kill with Doom Sledge here. I believe it hits the one directly next to it rather than the one like above and below. Also, we got the Dust Devil team. Oh no. Is this the double Dust Devil one? It is. There's no counterplay other than just instantly win and hope you get a good starting board. Luckily, unlike Underworld, you don't have to worry about it disorienting your team, because your team just immediately goes back to normal in the next fight. It's only really annoying in Underworld because the fight after, you're going to have a reorganized team and it stays like that the entire Underworld floor. Whereas in Underspire, every single battle gets reset, so it's actually not as annoying. It's one of the reasons I feel like a lot of kingdoms these days don't have tier 1 rooms. It's because the hardest fight in all of Underworld is actually under tier 1. There's actually a couple fights under tier 1 that are kind of annoying. The most annoying one by far, without a shadow of a doubt, is the one we just fought. The double Dust Devil team. It'll disorient your team for the rest of the Underspire, essentially. But the other one that's actually kind of annoying is there's like a 2 or 3 like little gerbil guy. And he has like a 10% devour rate and a little bit of extra boost ratio that normally brings him about 15%. And while that's very low, he gets his mana very quickly. So after going through it enough times, you just randomly get devoured for no reason. Which makes some of the most lethal fights in all of Underworld on tier 1 rooms. So the fact that most modern Underworlds don't have tier 1 rooms is actually really good. Not only are their multipliers horrifically bad, but despite being the weakest rooms, they have some of the strongest fights team comp-wise. Which makes no sense at all. I'm surprised they haven't like rebalanced that or done anything with that. Their solution to it was just don't add more tier 1 rooms to any Underspire. That's basically their solution, which I guess does technically solve the problem. Indirectly. Doesn't fix it for the old ones, but it fixes for all new ones. Like, I think they stopped using tier 1 rooms after like the 10th Underspire, maybe even a little bit earlier than that. We haven't gotten Underspire with a tier 1 in a very, very long time. Which is a good thing. But they fundamentally didn't actually fix the issue. Okay, good, we killed him before he got his buff. Gains like 100-something durability. Well, depends on his magic. We got 67 and 63. We'll take 67, why not? And if anyone still has any other questions or anything I want to go over, do let me know. We'll finish this out, go hand out code, and probably just chill with a little bit of PvP. Whatever we don't get done now, we'll have done by next stream, and then we'll have an hour boost to go run tomorrow. Then the class event, just for 25 gems. It's for, what's his name class? We're using it right now, Rune Priest. Rune Priest is very situational. It's not a bad hero class. It has the problem of there are 1.5 billion hero classes like it, and is very rarely good enough. It fits a very weird niche. And that one very weird niche is, it's really good with dwarves. How often are you really running a 4-team of dwarves? Basically, during this week. Beyond that is almost never used. Like, it's really good this event week, but gets almost no usage outside of it. Not because it's necessarily a bad hero class, but there's a billion different hero classes just like it that are all marginally better in some way. So even though it's not bad, it's just outclassed by, well, quite literally, other classes. What do we need? We don't have anything over there. We'll let them do whatever. We'll sludge them down. They're level 19 goal, and we'll activate it on either Sunday for either Bounty or Journey. Hero classes need rework to be vastly different from each other. The main 2 ways they could do that is add more trees, or really revamp what the traits are for every hero class. Like, not Elementalist, that one's fine. But, you know, like, most of the hero classes could... Like, if they made every final trait on a hero class the equivalence to what Elementalist has, then that would be a lot more unique as far as what each one does. Like, they'd still keep all the 50% ones as 50%. Like, you know, 50% to all mechs, 50% to all, whatever else. Perpetual Red Storm on, what's his name? Like, they should keep all that. But they really need, like, the average trait of any hero class to be as good as Elementalist. Because Elementalist is defined entirely by its final trait. And a good majority of the classes that actually are good, it's not even necessarily their tree combination, though there are a few, like Warden. One of the reasons it is good is because it's the only hero class that has Green Storm with the spell. So it has Grass Tree and Rogue Tree or whatever it is. That's one of the few case fringe scenarios. But most hero classes are only good, not even necessarily because the triple combination of their trees, but more so from their final trait just being absurdly good. It's just they also have the benefit of happening to also have like 2 or 3 good trees. But it's the 2 or 3 good trees that don't make them more unique. It's more so their final trait just being absurd. That mostly identifies a lot of them. Oh, this is gonna be triple dead end. Do I keep going? Well, we're already 1 room in. Let's keep going. Already waste 1 torch. Let's go waste like 20. That's not gonna be that many. Let's go waste like 15. In all fairness, it's only gonna be double dead end, not triple. The other one already ended. That's a lot of green. Ooh, he just left me all that mana. That's juicy. And he's dead. I said hello, Rob. Not sure if I said hello, but welcome. I do that so often. I'll answer someone questions, but never say hi to them. Because I see the question before I see the hello. Let's see. We'll take that one over. I feel like we should have a convert here somewhere. Let's go do it on blue. Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, the only problem with doing this is the other way around. Is if we ever do need to double cast him, it's kind of blocking the other way around. Honestly, I'd rather block it that way than the other way. Oh no, he got summoned. Alright, let me just double check this. Doom Sledge doesn't hit, right? No, it doesn't. Because that was his other perk that did it. Yeah, it has to be directly adjacent. That's annoying. I already knew that was the case. I just wanted to double check. But yeah, it does have to be directly adjacent. It's not one of those that like skip styles. Splash damage doesn't do that in this game. Unless it specifically says on the card that it does. It does not skip tiles. So things like Charm, Splash, like Light Splash, Normal Splash, Heavy Splash. They all have to be directly adjacent or they don't work. If it's like a troop, a gap, and then a troop, it won't hit in between. There are a few mechanics in the game that do that, but they have to specifically specify that they do. By default, things don't do that. Like right here. Though it did kill it there, but that's not because of the splash. It has actual little bit of damage on the weapon. Not to be confused with its actual splash damage. Another cursed Underspire. This week's not that bad, but it is slow. Like, it's really easy to win, but it's a slower win. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that we got 2 pretty bad Underspires in a row. Gotta spread them out a bit. Better give us some better options to use. Did I ever get Shiny Quiver? No. It's one of the rare shinies in the game currently. And I still haven't bothered to go back to hunt it. Oh, come on, dead end with nothing. Unfortunate. Alright, we're just gonna take this other path. I'm not even sure if it's it. I'm just going down here. The problem with Shiny Quiverin is I don't think I would ever use it. Like, it's a really cool looking design, but it's actually not that useful at all. It's really good in like early game and mid game, and then falls off a cliff. Quite literally, it was falling off a cliff when I set it as my miner to go mine all of our stuff. But figuratively and literally, he falls off a cliff. Sounds like a stream. I do want to do a shiny hunting stream at some point for the game. But from what I've heard from Genki, they messed up breeding, so I gotta wait till they patch breeding back into the game. Because one of the main few things I still need to get done is a ton of breeding. And supposedly they broke it in the most recent patch, which I hope they will hotfix soon. Because if we were to do shiny hunting, we'd be do breeding and shiny hunting simultaneously. Or always breeding at the base, but then shiny hunting when we leave the base. Yeah, that's basically what they did. They fixed about like 5 bugs and added about 20 more. That's basically what the most recent patch did. For every one bug they added, they made sure to add at least one additional bug back in. Either some old bugs, some new bugs, some slightly different bugs. Double dead end, so we'll go left. I would love if we had one more brown mana right now. That'd be very nice. Also, you not reviving would also be really nice. I just realized I should have gotten full mana before I did that. So we can high forge kill. Oh, never mind. 1 damage? What are you doing surviving? That's not allowed. Oh, wait. I did miscounted. Wait, how far off? Wait, what? What? Oh, primary path's right there. I thought primary path was right there, which threw me off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. Next one is boss room or not boss room. We'll find out. I think it's not boss room. I think this is merchant. Also, hello, Jamie, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Can't see what you messaged because you deleted it all. But welcome. Let's see what they're down purple. Alright, boss room, go. No, it was merchant. Oh well, find him later. Well, there we go. Let's go hand out a redeem code and let's go mess with this little amount of PvP. Not gonna do too much right now. Probably just a couple sets. But I'll finish it before next stream for sure. But here you guys go. Here is the final redeem code for now. Use on gemsword.com for the game code section. Your invite code is in the settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. If it'll ever go, there it goes. And give same loot as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 4,750 gold. Which is technically not the same thing as always. I just always say that out of habit. What am I looking for here? Let's do a few PvPs. Not gonna do that much right now, though. But we do need to go finish the 5,700 grind so we can go get our full boost and get all rewards. How's ladder doing? What do I need for 3rd place? Okay, we gotta get like 15,000 by the end of the week. Which I'm probably gonna try to do by tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow night. I think we're gonna aim for like 15,000 or something. Tomorrow night. Which I think we could easily do. There's one really focused hour is at minimum like 9,000 points, if not 10,000. Like it's bare minimum 9,000 with our setup right now. So we should easily be able to make it. Probably even closer to 16 or 17,000. But I want to try ending tomorrow night's stream with at least 15,000. That's probably all the PvP we'll do for the week. Unless we get a daily that makes us do so. But aside from that, that'll be all the PvP we do for the week. I still kind of want to go do the silver mark chasing again. It's kind of funny because one of the whole reasons I wanted to get to diamond rank was to farm silver marks. And then the second we get to the diamond rank, we don't do any silver mark farming whatsoever. Like, we haven't touched it in a little over a month now. But the main reason being is there's just no more rewards to use on it. That will probably change as of next patch, potentially. As of currently, there's nothing else to use silver marks on. There's no infinite sync for them either. Because that one pet orb doesn't count, because it basically requires a deed book in order to buy it. So even if it costs 0 silver marks, it still wouldn't be worth it. They need to make it so it costs silver marks only. Even if it's something like 1,500 silver marks instead. Because we need some kind of infinite sync for it that I assume will be added by next patch or the patch after next patch. Definitely sometime this year as they're doing all the PvP reworks. Bugs, the video game. Actually, that was one of the first, like, 10 video games I think I ever played. Was the Bugs Life game they made on the Nintendo 64. For nostalgia's sake, we should definitely stream it at some point. Also, I didn't know what save files were at the time. So I kept restarting the game completely every time I ever started the game up. Because I never saved any of my progress to a save file. So every single time I rebooted the game was basically starting fresh every time. So I actually never did beat that game. Because it was basically starting a fresh file every time I ever started the game. That game wasn't too bad. These days it would probably seem overly simplistic, though. I'm not really sure. Like, I have a vague memory of what gameplay was, but, you know, until you actually, like, play it again, like, 2 decades later, you don't really know. Actually, be over 2 decades later. It'd be almost, like, 25 years later. Okay, let me go check. When did that game come out? Because I probably had it around the time it did. Let's see. Bugs Life 64. When did you release? You released in, not images, I want, no, not images. Bring me to all. Oh, this is all. When did you release? You released in no, it was based on a 1998 film. When did the thing come out? Doesn't make me have to type in the word release right after. There we go. Yeah, I would have been 4 years old. Assuming I played it at launch. I might have been 5 or 6, though. That was likely around 4 or 5. I would love to cast. There we go. Oh, I should try getting rid of its thing, though. I guess it doesn't matter with all the skulls. But anyways, guys, I think we might end it there for now. Off stream, I'm going to go get the 5,700 grind done, which won't take that long at all. And then, actually, we almost just did it right now. But we'll get to 5,700, and then tomorrow we're aiming for 15,000 during the stream. Which is about another 10,000 onto what we have. But that'll be the game plan. We'll run it with an hour boost on both gold, soul, and EXP. Just run it through PvP. And that'll be our game plan. And that should be all the PvP we need, hopefully, to make rank 3. And that's our plan. And there's the 2 redeem codes we handed out today. 4 treasure maps, 2 gem keys, 400 souls, 9,500 gold. We'll have another 2 tomorrow. As well as another 2 every single day until we run out of codes again. I should be getting some more codes in a few days from now, assumably. Aside from that, as far as the only other big thing happening this week, it was mostly all on Friday. We're getting Bounty Hunter on Friday, but more importantly, a very cool Mythic this Friday. So I'll do a video on that and go from there. And we'll stream it, of course, on Friday night as well. Mostly Bounty Hunter. We'll cover a video on the Mythic and just do Bounty Hunter on stream, like we normally do. But that'll be the game plan. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.